From where
Libitor also ahead, we've got the information you need to know for a free pet food giveaway happening today in Utica. But first, get ready. The cold air is about to return. Let's get a check of your forecast on this Friday morning. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us now. And first off, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
But fall's back, right?
Yes, fall's back for this Friday. We are going to be seeing cooler weather come in as a cold front moves through, and then the weekend is going to be a lot cooler than the past couple of days.
Yeah, summer's gone.
Summer's gone. So let's take a look now at the York Full Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We did see a round of a few showers and a few thunderstorms last night, but at this point we are dry in our area. A cold front looks to move through around noon, and that is when our next chance of rain looks to be. So for this morning, we are pretty mild still. We are waking up in the 50s. We will be in the mid-50s right around noon, but then our temperature will drop as that cold front moves through, and temperatures will remain in the lower 50s for the rest of the afternoon and into the evening. So we are going to be seeing a few showers early this afternoon and cooler weather today. It also is going to get a little bit windy for the rest of the afternoon and remain windy for the weekend as cooler weather remains. It is going to be cool over this weekend, but overall, pretty pleasant with some sunshine and temperatures just in the 50s. So for today, our high temperature will reach right around noon. We will be in the upper 50s. Then the cold front moves through, bringing in some showers, and that drops our temperature. And then we'll be talking a little bit more about the showers coming up and the weekend coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Don't forget the Storm Tracker 2.
Welcome back. This morning we are going to remain dry, but mid-morning, early afternoon is when our cold front will approach. That brings in the chance for a few scattered showers. They are going to be light and brief, but the main thing this cold front does is it brings in cloudy skies, cooler weather, and windy conditions for the rest of the day. There also is the small chance that we could be seeing just a few light lake effect showers kind of picking up this evening and into tomorrow, but tomorrow and Sunday we do look mostly dry with cooler weather and windy conditions. So for today through Sunday, we are tracking windy conditions with wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. But then the winds calm down as we head into at the beginning of next week on Monday. So if you were heading to any high school football games this evening, it is going to be chilly. Temperatures are just going to be right around 50 in the beginning and in the mid 40s in the middle and then in the low 40s at the end. It is going to be okay. It's going to be dry, but it is going to be a little bit windy. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. It's no secret the New Hartford High
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are waking up with cloudy skies this morning, but we are dry at this point and expecting a few showers this afternoon. Let's take a look at the Cavie Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Dry and mild this morning. At this point, our temperatures are in the 50s, but things are going to change. We are going to be getting a little bit cooler today. So taking a look now at the York Full Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, we are dry. We did see a few rounds of rain overnight last night and a few areas that did see some weaker thunderstorms. This is all ahead of a cold front that is going to be moving through. It is just to the west of us. It is looking to move through mid-morning, early afternoon, and that will bring us another round of some rain. But as of right now, we are pretty mild, just in the 50s. 53 degrees in Dowdesville, 54 degrees in Little Falls and Westmoreland. And looking to the south, we have 53 degrees in Cooperstown and Sherburne and 52 degrees in Hamilton. And the high temperature today will reach the upper 50s. That will happen around noon, and then that cold front moves through and our temperature will drop into the low 50s for the rest of the day. And it is going to get a little bit windy due to that cold front moving through. So for especially this morning, because the roadways are wet, and then even when you are driving this afternoon, I would definitely be careful if you were driving through any areas over wet leaves, especially in neighborhoods, because when you are driving over wet leaves, it can get a little bit slippery if you were going too fast, and the stopping distance is a little bit longer. So keep that in mind. It is fall now. There are some leaves on the ground, and when it rains, it is possible that your car could slip around on those leaves. But the good news is that we do dry out this evening, and we are mostly dry for the weekend. So for both Saturday and Sunday, we are mostly dry. There is just a small possibility of seeing a few lake effect showers on both of these days due to it is going to be windy, and it is going to be coming out of the west, blowing over Lake Ontario. It is also going to be a lot cooler. High temperatures just in the low to mid 50s. And tonight, tonight and over the weekend, there is also the possibility of frost overnight. So let's take a look at everything on the Skycast. As for right now, we are tracking dry conditions, but around noon, that is when our cold front moves through, bringing just a few scattered showers, and lake effect showers could pick up later on as it does get windy and the wind comes out of the west. Tonight, we will remain mostly cloudy, but mostly dry, and we will be mostly dry tomorrow with once again those chance of light and brief lake effect showers. Highs tomorrow just near 50. And then heading into Sunday, we do remain mostly cloudy throughout the day. Once again, that possibility of a few lake effect rain showers, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. Highs just in the low 50s. So for today, we do start out mild. Then that cold front moves through, bringing in windy conditions, cloudy skies, and a few showers. And we will cool down by this evening. And overnight tonight, frost is possible with the low in the lower 30s. And for tomorrow, we are going to remain on the cooler side, highs in the low 50s. A little bit warmer on Sunday, but we don't actually warm up again to the 60s until next week, Gary.
So chilly night tonight, almost freezing.
Yes, so tonight definitely the possibility of frost.
Burr.
Burr.
Hannah, thanks. People are getting into the house this half hour. I'm Gary Libator. A busy morning here at News Channel 2. First, let's get a check of your forecast. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us from the Weather Center with a look at today and the weekend, and they're all looking cooler than the last couple of days.
Yes, we are going to get a lot cooler today, and then over the weekend, highs will just be in the 50s.
Yeah, the run had to come to an end, I guess.
Yes, and it is fall, so let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We did see some rain showers, even a few weaker thunderstorms overnight last night ahead of the cold front, but at this point, we are dry with the chance of showers coming in late morning, early afternoon as that cold front actually moves through. So we are starting out still a bit mild this morning. We are in the 50s, and we will reach the mid to upper 50s by around noon. But after that cold front moves through, our temperature will drop for the rest of the day, with temperatures just in the low 50s, and it is going to get a little bit windy with cloudy skies. So we are going to be seeing a few showers early this afternoon, and then we will get a lot cooler with temperatures remaining in the low 50s for the rest of the day. We are also going to turn windy for the weekend. It is going to be cooler with windy conditions for today and through the weekend, but overall a pretty nice weekend with mostly dry conditions. Temperatures are going to be in the low to mid 50s. So for today, we will be seeing a few showers mid-morning, early afternoon as that cold front moves through. Then it is going to turn cooler, windy with cloudy skies, and then we'll be talking a little bit more about the weekend coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Last half hour, we told you how President Biden...
Welcome back. We are going to be below average in temperatures for today and over the weekend. High temperatures today are just near 60 degrees, and that will happen around noon. Then we will drop for the rest of the day. Over the weekend, just in the low to mid 60s, and then we warm up for the beginning of next week, starting on Tuesday to just around average for temperatures. Tonight, it is going to get pretty chilly too. Overnight lows in the low 30s, so frost is definitely likely, and frost will remain possible over the next 3 days as overnight lows are in the mid to upper 30s. But we do start to warm up into the beginning of next week on Tuesday once again. But over this weekend, it is the next full moon. It's called the Hunter's Moon. It is full on Sunday night. It rises at 6:34 in the evening and sets at 7:41 a.m. Monday morning. At this point, cloud conditions look partly cloudy to mostly cloudy, so they should be okay for viewing. Back to you, Gary.
All right, Hannah, sounds good. Thank you. The cleanup continues across...
Dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out dry and mild this morning, but it is going to get cooler and windy today as a cold front moves through. Let's take a look now at the CAV tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. At this point, temperatures are in the 50s with cloudy skies, but we did see a round of a few rain showers and even a few weaker thunderstorms last night. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but at this point we are dry and there is a cold front approaching us from the west that is going to bring in a few scattered showers mid-morning, early afternoon, and once that cold front moves through, it will drop our temperature and bring in windy conditions for much cooler weather for the weekend. But right now we are starting out mild for the morning. Just 52 degrees in Dowdesville, Little Falls, and Big Moose, 54 degrees in Whitesboro, and looking to the south, we have 52 degrees in Sherburne and Norwich, and 53 degrees in Cooperstown. The high temperature today will reach the upper 50s. That will be around noon, and that that is when that cold front will move through, and that will drop our temperature to the low 50s for the rest of the day. But especially this morning, the roadways are wet from some rain last night, and they are going to be wet later on today as we see some more rain showers, so definitely be careful when driving. It is fall now. There are some leaves on the roadways, especially in neighborhoods, and driving over wet leaves, it can be a bit slippery, and the stopping distance is longer, so definitely be careful when driving over wet leaves and keep appropriate distance between you and the car in front of you in case it does get a little bit slippery. So the good news is that we do dry out for the weekend mostly. So today looks like we are going to be seeing some showers, and then we do dry out for a cooler but windy weekend. Highs will be in the low to mid 50s for both days. There is just a small possibility of seeing a few light lake effect rain showers just due to the wind coming in from the west, blowing over Lake Ontario, and we could be seeing that on both Saturday and Sunday, especially in the North Country. But at this point, we look to remain mostly dry. So for today, we start out dry this morning. A few showers do come in mid-morning, early afternoon, and pick up as lake effect rain showers later on. But we do look to dry out by this evening. It does just get a lot cooler and windy. Tonight, we will get pretty cool. Overnight lows falling into the 30s, so frost is definitely possible tonight. And as for tomorrow, partly cloudy skies are expected. A few lake effect showers are possible, especially north of the Mohawk Valley, and highs will only be near 50 with windy conditions. Heading into Sunday, we remain on the cooler side. Cloudy skies come in for the day. A few lake effect rain showers once again with highs in the low 50s. As for today, though, we start out dry with that cold front moving through early afternoon, bringing some showers. We do dry out, but it gets cooler and windy for the rest of the day. And tonight will get pretty cool with a low in the 30s and the possibility of frost. So for tomorrow and Sunday, we are a lot cooler after the cold front moved through today. And there is the possibility to see a few lake effect rain showers. We warm up into the beginning of next week, but over the next few days, even at night, there is the possibility of frost. So it is pretty chilly, Gary.
But it looks like a little warm up next week.
Yes, next week on Tuesday and Wednesday, it warms up a little bit more.
Good for us.
Yes.
Hannah, thanks. If you are just waking up morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libator. Also ahead, we've got the information you need to know for a free pet food giveaway happening today in our area. We'll have the details. But first, let's get you ready for the weekend. And how about some cold air? A bit different from the last couple of days. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us now in the Weather Center with a look at today and the weekend. Definitely much cooler than the last couple of days.
Yes, so today and through the weekend, high temperatures are only going to be in the 50s, so a lot cooler, especially yesterday because we were in the low 70s.
Good football weather, though.
Yes, it is, and it is fall.
That's right.
So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, we are tracking dry conditions. We did see a few showers, even a few weaker thunderstorms overnight, but at this point we are dry, and the cold front looks to move through mid-morning, early afternoon. That is when our next chance of showers comes in. So we will reach the upper 50s by late morning, early afternoon for the high temperature, but then after that cold front moves through, it is going to turn a lot cooler with temperatures just in the low 50s, and it is going to turn windy. So showers are possible today, as well as cooler weather happening after this cold front does move through. It is going to turn windy after the cold front, and it will remain windy and cooler through the weekend. But overall, a pretty nice weekend. We do look mostly dry, but it is going to be cooler with highs just in the low to mid 50s. So for today, expect a few showers as this cold front moves through. Then we will dry out, but it is going to be cooler and windy with temperatures in the low 50s after it. And I will be talking about the weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Growing concerns, all new.
Welcome back. We do look to remain mostly dry this morning, but by late morning, early afternoon, scattered showers do come in because that is when our cold front approaches. After that, we do dry out for this evening. A small chance of lake effect rain showers because it is going to be windy coming in from the west, blowing over Lake Ontario, so a few lake effect showers are possible. We do remain mostly dry for the weekend, but even on Saturday and Sunday, a few lake effect rain showers are possible for both of those days because it is going to be pretty windy. So for today through Sunday, windy conditions do come in with wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour, and the winds don't calm down until we head into the beginning of next week. So if you were heading out tonight or going to any high school football games, it is going to be a bit chilly. I would definitely grab the jacket. At around 7 p.m., it's just going to be in the upper 40s, and by 9 p.m., just in the mid 40s, and it will continue to drop as the night progresses with cloudy skies and breezy conditions. But at this point, it does remain dry. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. It's no secret the new
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out mild and seeing partly cloudy skies this morning, but we will be seeing clouds and some showers later on. So let's take a look at the CAVI tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Partly cloudy and some patchy fog to start this morning, and we are mild with temperatures in the 50s, but we will see a cold front move through early this afternoon, and that will kind of change things up. But as of right now, we are dry. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We did see a few showers overnight as well as a few weaker thunderstorms, but we will be seeing some more scattered showers coming in early afternoon due to this cold front that will be moving through. So once this cold front moves through, that will drop our temperature, and we'll get pretty windy for the rest of the day today and over the weekend. But according to our Skywatchers this morning, we are mild to start. All of us are in the 50s, 53 degrees in Inlet, Old Forge, and in Clinton. And looking to the south, we have 52 degrees in Cooperstown and in West Lawrence. So we will reach the upper 50s right around noon for the high temperature. And then we will drop after that. Once the cold front moves through, we will just be in the low 50s for the rest of the day, and it will get windy. So as you're driving this morning, the roadways are wet, and they are going to be wet later on too as we see some more showers. And it is fall, so there are leaves on the ground, especially in neighborhoods. So I'll just be very careful when driving over wet leaves. It does get a bit slippery, the car can skid, and it does have a longer stopping distance. So keep that in mind when driving this morning and this afternoon as it does rain again. And make sure you keep appropriate distance between you and the car in front of you when driving over wet leaves. But the good news is that we do look to dry out tonight and for the weekend. We will be mostly dry for both Saturday and Sunday, and it will be a lot cooler and windy with highs in the low to mid 50s. Now, because it is windy, there is the possibility to see a few light and brief lake effect rain showers for both Saturday and Sunday, just due from the wind coming in from the west that will blow over Lake Ontario. It could form a few light lake effect rain showers on both of these days, but at this point we do look mostly dry, and it is going to be a nice fall weekend. As for today, though, it is dry this morning, some patchy fog. We will see a few showers moving in due to that cold front. That cold front will drop our temperature for the rest of the day. Clouds will come in and we will turn windy. Tonight we will remain partly cloudy to mostly cloudy overnight with the low in the 30s. And as for tomorrow, partly cloudy skies come in. A few lake effect rain showers are possible, especially north of the Mohawk Valley, with highs just near 50. So a lot cooler for tomorrow, along with windy conditions. Heading into Sunday, mostly cloudy skies come in. A few lake effect rain showers are possible once again. Highs are just going to be in the mid 50s. As for today, though, we will reach the upper 50s around noon. That will drop to the low 50s for the rest of the day, and we will be seeing windy conditions after this cold front moves through. And tonight we will fall into the 30s, so there is the possibility of some frost overnight. Heading into tomorrow and Sunday, we do look dry. Highs are just going to be in the low to mid 50s, though. A few lake effect rain showers are possible. We do start to warm up in the beginning of next week, but over these next few days, it is going to be chilly with frost possible at night, Gary.
You might need that heat tonight.
Yes, definitely. Overnight lows in the low to mid 30s, so a little chilly.
It is October, right?
It is October.
Hannah, thanks. Well, people are getting into the hollow for this half hour. I'm Gary Libator. A busy morning here at News Channel 2. First, let's get a check of your forecast. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us from the Weather Center with a look at our Friday and our weekend. And as we've been mentioning, a lot cooler than the last couple of days, which have been unbelievable.
Yes, so the last couple of days have been very warm and above average for this time of year, but we will be dropping into the 50s for today and for the weekend, which is below average, but it is fall, so it is going to be a little bit chilly.
Pretty dry, though?
Yes, mostly dry for the weekend.
Good.
So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, we are dry. A few showers, even a few weaker thunderstorms moved through last night, and we are expecting our next round of a few showers coming in just around noon as that cold front approaches us. So we will reach the upper 50s in the late morning hours, and then once that cold front moves through, that will drop our temperature for the rest of the day. We will be in the low 50s, and it is going to turn a little bit windy. So today we are expecting a few showers early this afternoon and cooler weather to come in for the rest of the day. It also is going to turn windy for the rest of the afternoon, and it will remain windy and cool over the weekend. But overall, it does look mostly dry and a pleasant fall weekend ahead. But for today, highs are just going to be in the upper 50s before that cold front. It will turn mostly cloudy. A few showers are possible, and it is going to turn windy. And I will be talking a little bit more about the weekend coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Last half hour, we told you how President Biden is taking it.
Welcome back. It is going to be a lot cooler starting today, so we will reach our high temperature around noon and it will drop after that. And even for tomorrow and Sunday into Monday, it is just going to be in the low to mid 50s, which is below average for this time of year. And we look to start to warm up again next Tuesday. So the chance of frost is likely for tonight. We do drop into the low to mid 30s for the overnight low. And over the next few days, frost is possible as we continue to be in the upper 30s for the overnight low temperature. We start to warm up once again in the beginning of next week on Tuesday and Wednesday, so frost will not be likely at that time. But looking ahead to this weekend, Sunday night is our next full moon. It is called the Hunter's Moon. It rises at 6:34 in the evening Sunday night and sets at 7:41 a.m. Monday morning. Cloud conditions look okay. It looks to be partly to mostly cloudy at this point, so a nice night to go out and look at the full moon. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, sounds good. The cleanup continues across Florida after Hurricane Ian ravaged much of the Sunshine State. Thousands of people have been rescued from their homes, but still many are without power and running water. Gloria Pazmino is in Fort Myers with the latest on the cleanup effort. Well, all is fine now, but hours ago, some scary...
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out this morning with partly cloudy skies and some areas of patchy fog. It is mild, but it is really going to cool down today as a cold front moves through. So let's take a look now at the Cavie Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Once again, partly cloudy skies to start. It is dry at this moment, but showers are expected early this afternoon due to a cold front. So taking a look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, dry conditions. We did see some rain showers, even a few weaker thunderstorms overnight last night. And our next chance for some showers looks to be a little before just around noon as this cold front looks to pass through us. Once this cold front moves through, we will drop in temperature and it is going to get a little bit windy with cloudy skies by this evening. But according to our sky watchers this morning, we are pretty mild for the morning temperatures to start. 52 degrees in New Hartford and 50 degrees in Westdale. And looking to the south, we have 51 degrees in Evanston, Morris, Lawrence, and Milford this morning. The high temperature looks to reach the upper 50s, and that will be late morning. And then once that cold front moves through, we will drop back down to the low 50s for the rest of the day. And even overnight tonight, it gets pretty chilly once again. But definitely when driving this morning, be careful. The roadways are wet from last night, and they are going to be wet again as we see some showers coming in at late morning, early afternoon. And it is fall, so there are some leaves on the roadways, especially in neighborhoods. So just be very careful when driving over areas of wet leaves. The stopping distance is going to be a little bit longer, and it could be slippery at times. The car could skid, so make sure you leave an appropriate distance between you and the vehicle in front of you if you are driving over areas of wet leaves, and make sure to take it slow on the roadways this morning. But the good news is that we do dry out by this evening, and most of the weekend looks dry. It is just going to be cool and windy with highs in the low to mid 50s. The only thing is that it is going to be windy, and that will be coming out of the west over Lake Ontario. So there is the possibility to see a few light and brief lake effect rain showers on both Saturday and Sunday. But at this point, we are looking mostly dry, but let's take a look at it on our Skycast. For this morning, we are starting out dry with temperatures right around 50. We will be seeing a cold front move through late morning, early afternoon, bringing in a few scattered showers. Lake effect showers continue for the rest of the afternoon before we dry out this evening. We do turn a lot cooler and windy, and overnight tonight there is the possibility of some frost. Tomorrow we will be partly sunny. Highs will reach right near 50, and lake effect rain showers are possible, especially north of the Mohawk Valley, once again due to windy conditions over Lake Ontario. And then heading into Sunday, kind of the same thing as Saturday. We will be seeing partly sunny skies. Lake effect rain showers are possible. Highs will reach the mid 50s. As for today, though, we will reach right near 60 around noon. Then that temperature will drop. A few light showers are possible, but it is going to turn cooler and windy windy by this evening. And tonight, frost is possible overnight as we drop into the 30s. So for the next few days, it is going to remain on the cooler side. Highs in the low 50s tomorrow, in the mid 50s for Sunday and Monday. And once again, tomorrow and Sunday, very small chance of a few lake effect rain showers. We do start to warm up early next week, Gary.
So a nice night for football this evening.
Yes, it is going to be nice, dry. It is going to be breezy and cool, though, so definitely wear the jacket.
Bundle up.
Yes.
Maybe a couple jackets.
Yes, because of the wind.
Hannah, thanks. Well, the spacecraft carrying NASA's crew at 7 a.m. on the CW11. I'm Gary Liberatore. We have a lot to get to this morning, but first, let's get a check of your forecast as the cooler weather has made a return, a lot different than the last couple of days.
Yes, so we are going to be a lot cooler today and the weekend with highs just in the 50s.
Brr.
But I mean, it is October.
That's right.
So let's take a look now at the bus stop forecast. If you are heading out to the bus stop this morning, temperatures should be right around 50. We are dry at this point, but a few showers are possible this afternoon. It is going to turn a little bit windy and a lot cooler than the past couple of days. So we will reach our high temperature right around noon. We will be in the upper 50s. Then a cold front moves through. That will drop our temperature, bring in windy conditions and a few showers early this afternoon. As for tonight, we do dry out, but it will still be a little bit breezy with lows in the 30s. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Breaking overnight, growing.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are tracking a dry start with mild weather, but we will be seeing some rain today, and it is going to get cooler. Let's take a look at the Cavie Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Partly cloudy skies with patchy fog this morning, and all of our temperatures are in the 50s, but there is going to be a cold front moving through today. So this is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, we are dry after a few showers overnight last night, but this cold front is going to move through late morning, early afternoon, bringing in another round of some showers. It will really drop our temperature for the rest of the day, and we will turn windy. But according to our sky watchers, we are almost all in the 50s this morning, which is pretty mild for the morning. We have 53 degrees in Inlet, Old Forge, and in Clinton. And looking to the south, still in the 50s, 52 degrees in Cooperstown and in West Lawrence. We will reach the upper 50s right before noon, and then after that cold front moves through, we will drop back down into the lower 50s for the rest of the day. But just be careful when driving here this morning. The roadways are wet at this point, and they are going to be wet later on again this afternoon. It also is fall, so there are some leaves outside, especially in neighborhoods. And when you drive over wet leaves, it leaves a bigger stopping distance. It takes longer to stop, and it could be slippery. The car could skid, so make sure you just be careful when driving and make sure you leave extra space between you and the vehicle in front of you, because that is going to be the main issue today when driving, just if there are wet leaves. But the good news is that we do dry out tonight, and for the weekend, we will be mostly dry, but a lot cooler and windy. Highs in the low to mid 50s. The thing is that it is going to be windy coming in from the west. Lake effect rain showers could form over Lake Ontario. If they do, they are going to be brief and light, and that is the case for both Saturday and Sunday. So let's take a look at everything on our Skycast. As for today, we are tracking a cold front to move through, bringing in some showers, but that will drop our temperature and windy conditions pick up for the rest of the day. We do dry out by tonight with overnight lows in the 30s. And as for tomorrow, we do remain partly sunny, mostly dry, but a few lake effect rain showers are possible, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. Highs just near 50 with windy conditions. And same thing for Sunday. We will see an increase in cloud cover. A few lake effect rain showers are possible on Sunday, and highs will be in the mid 50s. As for today, though, we will reach the upper 50s before dropping back down. A few showers are possible early afternoon, and it will get windy. And tonight we will remain breezy and cloudy with the low in the 30s. So we are going to remain cool for both Saturday and Sunday with a few lake effect rain showers possible. We do start to warm up in the beginning of next week.
Look at your forecast. It's a bit cooler today than the past two summer-like days here in October. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Gary. We are tracking just a few light showers as of right now as a cold front is moving through, but we are dropping in temperature. So let's take a look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Just a few light and brief showers as this cold front is moving through. We were just around 60 degrees, now kind of in the mid 50s, and for the rest of the afternoon, we will remain in the low 50s, and it will be windy. So if you you are heading out at all tonight for anything or any high school football games, it is going to be dry at this point, but it is going to be chilly and it is going to be breezy. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 40s just around 7 o'clock, and by later on the night in the mid 40s, and our overnight low temperature looks to just be in the mid 30s. So a chilly night ahead along with breezy conditions. So make sure you wear a jacket as you are heading out this evening. It is going to be a lot cooler today as we continue to progress into the afternoon. We are also turning windy this afternoon. The windy conditions look to remain for the weekend as well. And overall, this weekend looks pleasant with partly cloudy skies, but it is going to be a lot cooler and once again windy. Before today, our temperature will continue to drop into the low 50s and then the upper 40s with windy conditions. And I will be talking a little bit more about the weekend coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. New developments.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking cloudy skies and our temperature will continue to decrease for cooler and breezy weather for the rest of the afternoon. Let's take a look at the CAV tower camera. We can't see much. There is some low-level clouds in our area at this point. A few showers are also possible today and temperatures will drop into the low 50s. So taking a look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar, we are tracking just a few light and brief showers due to this cold front that is moving through. But this cold front is leaving behind windy conditions, cloudy skies, and it is really dropping our temperature for the rest of the afternoon. So at noon right now we kind of are in the 50s to low 60s, just 52 degrees in Old Forge, 55 degrees in Clinton, and 60 degrees in Otsego. So it's a big difference from the warmth that we did see yesterday. And as this cold front moves through, our temperature will continue to drop. We will be in the low 50s for the rest of the afternoon and even in the upper 40s by this evening. It also is going to get pretty windy. We are tracking wind speeds around 10 to 15 miles per hour for today, and that looks to last through the weekend. We don't calm down in terms of wind speeds until we head into the beginning of next week on Monday. So even looking ahead to the weekend, it looks overall like a pretty pleasant fall weekend with mostly dry conditions and some sunshine. The only thing is that it is going to be windy and that wind is coming out of the west. So there is the possibility to see a few light and brief lake effect rain showers for both Saturday and Sunday as that wind blows over Lake Ontario. But overall, we are mostly dry, just a lot cooler with high temperatures just near 50 on Saturday and in the low to mid 50s on Sunday. So a cool but mostly dry and pleasant weekend ahead to spend outside. But once again, there is a possibility of a few light lake effect rain showers. So let's take a look at that on the Skycast. For the rest of this afternoon and evening, we will continue to dry out, and then we will be seeing temperatures drop into right around 50 by dinner time. Tonight, overnight lows fall into the 30s. There is the possibility of frost. And as for tomorrow, partly sunny skies continue. A few light lake effect rain showers are definitely possible, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. But high temperatures on Saturday are only going to be near 50. It is going to be breezy, so it is going to feel pretty cool outside for Saturday. Heading into Sunday, an increase in cloud cover occurs. We will be seeing mostly cloudy skies on Sunday, and once again, a few light lake effect rain showers are possible because it is going to be pretty windy. As for today, though, we are still tracking a few showers. It is starting to get a little bit breezy. Our high temperature already happened. Now our temperature will continue to drop for the rest of the day. And as for tonight, we do have a low in the 30s. It is going to be breezy and cloudy tonight, and there is the possibility of some frost. It is going to remain cooler over the weekend with highs just in the low to mid 50s. That chance of lake effect showers are there for both Saturday and Sunday, and we do start to warm up again into the 60s for the beginning of next week. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. More than a week after hurricanes of thousands are still in the dark in Florida, and many others don't have access to clean water. Today, some residents of devastated coastal island communities are actually getting their first chance to survey the extensive damage left behind. NBC's Sam Brock is in Fort Myers with more.
Hurricane Ian is now officially the deadliest storm to strike Florida in nearly 90 years. The previous comparison, 1935, when a storm over Labor Day claimed more than 400 lives. Here on the ground, we're looking at 130 plus families who are mourning the loss of loved ones, and a figure that continues to go up as the search and really recovery efforts now are ongoing. Some 80,000 structures are being searched. As you look over my shoulder in Fort Myers, all you see is this. Just piles and piles of debris. People's livelihoods, 6, 7, 8 feet high, literally in shambles in front of their yards as people are trying to figure out where mainland again. As for what's going on in terms of just numbers, we do expect that 130 total could go up significantly still, even 8 or 9 days after the landfall. We're waiting to find out from authorities, get more briefings on that, as people here are just trying to understand, process, and metabolize what they have been through. In Fort Myers, Sam Brock, NBC News.
MVHS will be receiving more than $16 million in federal funding as a COVID response reimbursement. Time now for a first look at the weather in this half hour. Once again, here is meteorologist Hannah Evans.
At this point, we are tracking mostly dry, mostly cloudy conditions with a few light showers, but our temperature is dropping for the rest of the afternoon. Let's take a look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Just a few areas of light and brief rain showers due to this cold front that is moving through, but it is dropping our temperature and we will be quite windy after it moves through. So if you are heading out at all tonight or going to any high school football games, I would definitely bundle up at around 7 p.m. Already going to be in the upper 40s, and by 9 p.m. in the mid 40s. We will continue to drop into the 30s tonight with breezy conditions, so it is going to be quite chilly if you will be outside this evening. Today we are seeing just a few showers. It is going to get cooler as the day progresses, with temperatures dropping into the low 50s. We are also turning windy for the rest of the afternoon, and the wind looks to remain for the weekend, as well as those cooler temperatures, and it is going to be dry for the weekend, but it is going to be a lot cooler and windy. So for today, expect cloudy skies. Temperatures will continue to drop and we will be quite breezy, and I will be talking a little bit more about the weekend coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Brand new this noon.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking cloudy skies, a few light showers, and temperatures dropping for the rest of the afternoon. Let's take a look at our CAV tower camera. Overlooking the Mohawk Valley, once again, cloudy skies, and it is turning windy at this point, with temperatures ranging in the 50s. So taking a look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar, just seeing a few light and brief showers that are moving through because of this cold front. But the main thing the cold front is doing, it is going to drop our temperature for the rest of the afternoon, and it is going to turn quite windy, and the cooler and windy weather will last through the weekend. According to our Skywatchers, at noon we are still in the 50s and near 60, but we will continue to drop into the low 50s for the rest of the afternoon and into the upper 40s by this evening. Just 52 degrees in Old Forge, 55 degrees in Clinton, and 60 degrees in Otsego. And we were also tracking wind speeds around 10 to 15 miles per hour, with wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. And that will continue through Sunday. It is going to be quite windy over the weekend. The winds don't look to calm down until the beginning of next week. So with that wind and the cooler weather, it is going to feel quite chilly for the rest of today and for both Saturday and Sunday. Because over the weekend, highs are just going to be right near 50 on Saturday and in the low to mid 50s on Sunday. We are going to be mostly dry and seeing some sunshine for both of these days, but there is just the possibility of a few light lake effect rain showers for both Saturday and Sunday due to the windy conditions coming out of the west and blowing over Lake Ontario. But at this point, we are mostly dry, but to keep that in mind, we could be seeing a few light brief showers due to lake effect. For the rest of today, though, we will continue to dry out, just seeing a few light rain showers. Temperatures will drop to right around 50 degrees by dinner time, and it is going to remain windy. Tonight, we will continue to drop, an overnight low in the 30s, so frost is definitely possible tonight. And as for tomorrow, the wind remains for the day, and highs are just going to be right near 50, and there is the possibility for a few lake effect rain showers, especially north of the Mohawk Valley, Saturday afternoon. Heading into Sunday, we will start to see an increase in cloud cover for Sunday. Mostly cloudy skies are expected, and once again, lake effect rain showers are possible in the afternoon with highs in the low to mid 50s. As for today, though, we already had our high temperature. It happened just around noon. It was near 60 degrees. It is going to continue to be breezy, and our temperature will continue to drop for the rest of today and tonight, a low in the 30s. It will remain cloudy and breezy with some patchy frost overnight. The cool weather remains for both Saturday and Sunday. It is going to be windy for both of those days as well, with the chance of a few light lake effect rain showers. And we do start to warm up again for the beginning of next week. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Now more on the new
First look at the forecast tonight. We go over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis is getting us all set for the weekend, the holiday weekend, and a lot of folks already have plans this might not be a bad time to go out and do some fun things. A little cool over the weekend, but not too bad.
Yeah, and I think the dry weather is going to help, and it is fall, so you have certain expectations going into this time of the year. As we look at the holiday weekend forecast, we're expecting generally dry weather over the next 3 days, mostly cloudy skies Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and we're in the 50s during the days and in the 30s at night, so some cool weather is ahead. But again, it is looking dry, and we've been getting some great fall color that's been coming out. I think that'll be one thing to do here over the weekend is to check out the fast changing leaves. This picture from Todd, Moose River in Forestport. We are looking for your fall pictures. You can send it to us on Facebook. You can search for myself or Hannah Evans, Eric Gage, or better yet, drop it on the WKTV weather page. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are looking quiet. Current temperatures 53. It's a lot cooler now than it was yesterday. The wind will continue to be strong here as we head into this evening. Looking at mostly cloudy skies. Again, some cooler weather to start the weekend. We're tracking that and our next chance for rain, and that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Today, the Labor Department...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Feels a lot more like fall today, doesn't it? The clouds, the wind, the showers, the cool weather. Let's take a live look outside. Plenty of cloud cover this afternoon. Will continue into this evening as well as tonight. We will occasionally see peekaboo sunshine. So live look at our CAV tower cam, looking at the generally overcast skies. And again, I can't rule out a sprinkle here this evening, but I think the rain will be holding off for the most part. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, looking pretty quiet. Some hints at some sprinkles here and there, but nothing organized, nothing that lasts for very long. Going to a high school football game, bring the jacket. It's going to be a breezy, chilly one. Temperatures will be in the 40s throughout this evening under mostly cloudy skies. But again, not terrible considering the time of the year. We're now into almost the middle of October here. And speaking of, we've got plenty of color. This picture from Lori, Balloon Mountain Lake, an absolutely gorgeous place to go in the Adirondacks. That's about 45 minutes past inlet. You can see plenty of color here. The Adirondacks in peak color over the weekend, higher elevations as well. Things are rapidly changing across the area. We are about a week to a week and a half away from seeing peak color emerge in the lower elevations, so we'll continue to keep you posted. Frost chances tonight as well as the next several nights. This will continue through early next week as overnight lows regularly drop into the 30s across the area, and we'll start to warm up again as we head into the middle of next week. Temperatures this evening, Big Moose 47, Dolgeville 54, Whitesboro 51 degrees, Loudville 53, Westmoreland 54. Across the southern valleys, Cooperstown 53, 49 in Skenevis, and 50 in Hamilton. A chilly evening to take the dog out for a walk, but if you're like Jade, you can't wait to get out regardless of the weather. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies here. If you want to be part of this, send your dog photos to Bill's Buddies on Facebook. This is brought to you by Staffworks. Cold front came through earlier today, and its wake lake effect cloud cover. That will continue throughout tonight. That will also keep us from dropping as much as we could. Still going to be a pretty chilly night. We're down into the 30s. Heading into tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies. The lake effect clouds are going to be pretty stubborn throughout the day, and it's chilly. Temperatures will be in the low 50s under mostly cloudy skies. Heading into tomorrow night, skies do clear out. That'll allow for temperatures to drop down into the upper 30s. On Sunday, we start out the day with sunshine. We could see a few sprinkles late in the day. Temperatures climb into the mid-50s. Tonight, cloudy and breezy, down to 36. Tomorrow, a mostly cloudy and breezy afternoon. It is looking dry, and again, on the cool side, a high of 51. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Sunday, mostly cloudy. Again, can't rule out a late day shower. Not a big deal. 56 for the high. Columbus Day, 56, mostly cloudy. We start to warm up beginning Tuesday. Lots of sunshine for the middle of next week. Upper 60s Wednesday, some showers. Return Thursday, more of a steady rain here possible on Friday. Coming up in a few minutes, there's only one more showing of the International Space Station for the next several weeks, and we'll let you know when that is.
Better, because you and I run out and watch it.
That's right. It's our routine.
It is. All right. Thanks, Bill. Oh, a lot more for you now. Bill Curtis, we're talking about the International Space Station. Now, why is it that this is one of our last opportunities for a while?
It's just the orbit doesn't sync up locally because it's getting earlier and earlier, and it's also getting away from us here.
Right.
So we'll have to wait a couple more weeks before we'll be able to see it. It'll start in the mornings, and then it will eventually go into the evenings here. As we get more darkness, as the sun sets earlier, we'll have more opportunities in the future. But then we're also going to be going against the elements here because as we get into fall, it's usually a very cloudy season. So there is a chance to see it tonight. I don't know if it's going to be a great night for this because of the cloud cover, but there might be a break in the overcast or two. 7:10 in the evening, it'll be visible for 5 minutes, and you're going to want to look towards the western horizon. It doesn't make a very high fly, but again, it's our last opportunity to see it for a while, and we'll keep you posted when we'll be able to see this again. This picture from Otter Lake, look at this. This is a great shot. This is along Moose River Road. Absolutely beautiful shot there from Jess. We continue to enjoy these fall foliage pictures, and we'll continue to show them throughout the newscast. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Stern Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A mostly cloudy evening is in store. Can't rule out a sprinkle because we've got cool weather in place, and we might see a lake effect rain shower or two as we get into tonight. We're tracking a cool weekend ahead. A look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. In a little over 24 hours.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're getting ready for the weekend, and it is going to be a generally nice weekend on the cooler side, but I think the weather improves compared to today. Let's take a live look outside. Overcast skies as we look at our Cooperstown camera. You can see plenty of color in the background here, and the flag is waving. It is a breezy evening. We are tracking generally dry weather, but with this cool weather and the wind blowing over the lake, we may see a few lake effect rain showers. Some hints of that forming just north of Syracuse, so I can't rule out a sprinkle this evening, but I think that will be the exception rather than the rule. Continuing to showcase your fall colors, your fall photos. This picture from Rich Perry and Lawrence. Seeing some nice color here, and the sun being out definitely helps. We're looking at near peak color in the Adirondacks, and a lot more color will be coming out over the next few days, especially across the Mohawk Valley. Your holiday weekend forecast. The weather looks nice if you want to check out those leaves. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures will be in the 50s all 3 days off, if you have Monday off, of course. We're looking at temperatures in the mid-50s. If the leaves start coming down, you got to do some cleaning. The weather should be good for that. Dry conditions expected over the next several days. So then, although it will be on the cooler side, the weather again should cooperate. Some frost chances ahead. With temperatures in the 50s over the next several days, that will mean overnight lows will drop down into the 30s. Skywatchers, Inlet 49 degrees, Curtis Corners 50, Middleville 53, Barneveld 51, Yorkville 54. Across Southern Valleys, Richfield, Jim with 50 degrees, Cassville 48, Lyman and Eaton 50, and Kirsten and Whitesboro with 51. So a lot cooler today compared to this time yesterday when we were in the 70s. The radar and satellite picture shows a cold front moving to the east, and in its wake, plenty of lake effect cloud cover. This is very common as we head into the cooler season here in central New York. And we're going to continue to see mostly cloudy skies tonight. I think the lake effect clouds are going to be very stubborn. I think they'll be around for a good portion of the day tomorrow. We'll start out in the 30s, we'll end near 50 degrees, breezy conditions, and mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies, overnight lows drop down into the 30s. We're dry to start on Sunday. We might see a sprinkle or two, again, with some lake effect rain showers dropping in from the north. I think that takes place later in the day. Temperatures climb into the 50s. Cloudy and breezy tonight, a low of 36. Again, a few sprinkles possible. We're dry tomorrow, breezy and mostly cloudy with temperatures in the low 50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Generally dry weather continues into Monday. We warm up and we'll see a lot more sunshine as the lake effect clouds diminish. Temperatures in the 60s Tuesday and Wednesday. Rain returns Thursday and Friday. More fall foliage pictures as we head into the 6 o'clock newscast. Stay with us.
To the forecast at 6. Let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis setting us up for the weekend.
And it is going to be a cooler weekend in central New York. A cold front rolled through today, and brought clouds, showers, and wind, and some of that will linger into the weekend. Let's take a look at the holiday weekend forecast, looking at mostly cloudy skies Saturday, Sunday, as well as Columbus Day. Temperatures will be cooler than what's typical this time of the year. We'll be in the low to mid 50s. We'll see some frost chances each night as well. The fall colors are coming out. This picture from Todd Brosmer, Moose River in Forestport. Peak color in parts of the area. We'll take a look at which places we can expect to see the best color here over the weekend. And we continue to ask for your fall pictures. If you have them, send them in. You can head to my Facebook page or Hannah Evans or Eric Gage, as well as our weather page. Find us on Facebook. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A couple of sprinkles are starting to show up. That's lake effect rain. Current temperature is 51 degrees. We might see a sprinkle this evening, otherwise mostly cloudy. We're tracking some cool weather over the weekend, but things start to warm up as we head into early next week. We'll have a look at that forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back over to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. Gas prices and
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Feeling more like fall today, at least compared to yesterday. This is what is more typical for our area as we head into October. We're talking about cloudy skies, breezy conditions. Temperatures are in the 50s this evening. This is a live look outside as we look towards the south. Our CAV tower cam looking a little gloomy out there. We are seeing a few lake effect sprinkles, rain showers, of course. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Can't rule out a sprinkle this evening as winds, cooler winds blow over the warmer Great Lakes. That could induce a sprinkle or two, not only this evening, but also tomorrow as well as Sunday. These look to be very, very light, and it's going to be generally dry here as we head throughout the weekend. If you're heading out for high school football this evening, it is definitely jacket weather, at least for the fans. Players probably don't mind this kind of weather. Temperatures in the 40s at kickoff as well as halftime. Breezy conditions will continue, and again, a couple of sprinkles are possible. Look at this gorgeous fall foliage picture. This picture from Jess Fitzgerald along Otter Lake. This is the Moose River Road heading towards the west, towards Boonville. Again, some beautiful fall color there. Peak fall color is expected to continue in the higher elevations north of the Mohawk Valley. We're about another week to week and a half away from the fall colors becoming brilliant and near peak in the Mohawk Valley. We'll continue to keep you posted. Things change very quickly this time of the year. If you have to clean up the leaves, Saturday, Sunday, Monday look to be pretty decent days to do that. The weather expected to stay generally dry. Some frost chances in the forecast over the next several nights as we drop down into the 30s, but I think we'll be looking at relatively minimal frost here over the next few days. Yorkville 54 degrees, Forestport 49, 48 degrees in Old Forge. Carroll and Worcester 51, Morris checking in with 52, and Jim in Richfield with 50 degrees. Again, a much cooler day, much cooler evening in central New York. In the wake of a cold front, again, some sprinkles coming off the Great Lakes. We'll see a few more of them tonight. It's mostly cloudy overnight. Temperatures drop down into the 30s. Chilly start to Saturday. I think we have a lot of lake effect cloud cover throughout the day. So we'll call it mostly cloudy. Temperatures climb into the low 50s. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow night. Sunday starts out with sunshine, and I think we'll see a few sprinkles late in the day. Temperatures climb into the 50s. Cloudy and breezy tonight, low of 36. Tomorrow, a mostly cloudy afternoon and much cooler. Temperatures in the low 50s. Your Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Then generally dry, mostly cloudy weather through Monday. It warms up. We'll see more sunshine for the middle of next week. Temperatures in the upper 60s Wednesday with the chance for rain on Thursday and Friday. Jason.
Bill, thank you. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. Thank you for joining us. We're going to get to all of those stories and more in just a moment. But first, it's a long weekend for a lot of folks. Some even took today off to make it a 4-day break. And there was some rain today, but Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis standing by to get us set for the weekend. Drying out this weekend too, right, Bill?
Yeah, we will get a chance to dry out. The weather looks pretty decent this weekend. It's not going to be as warm as it was yesterday. It's not going to be as wet as it was today. Now let's take a look at fall foliage pictures. We've been getting a lot of amazing pictures. First of all, thank you to those of you that have submitted pictures. This one from Stephanie in Remsen. Beautiful fall colors, not far of a drive outside the Mohawk Valley. We will see peak color across some of the higher elevations over the next few days. We'll take a look at the fall foliage forecast coming up, and we'll see a few more pictures as well. Our current conditions, we're tracking some lake effect rain showers that continue in the wake of a cold front. So some sprinkles and showers will be around for early tonight. And we will see a sprinkle or two to start the weekend. Current temperature is 45 degrees. The clouds will keep us from a frost though, so there is some good news there. Looking at the temperature trend, it will gradually warm up as we look ahead, but not this weekend. We're looking at cool conditions. We're in the 50s during the day and 40s at night. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies tonight with a few scattered showers, overnight lows in the upper 30s. I've got to look at that warming trend and also, again, more fall foliage pictures, and that's coming out. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, the entire police
Most dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look outside. This is our CAV tower cam overlooking the city of Utica. Tracking some late rain showers on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. These are moving in from the west. Part of lake effect rain is from the wind that we saw from today's cold front. As that weather cools off, it is producing those rain showers. Remember, this is very similar. This is the same type of setup that you would see with lake effect snow. And the lakes produce more than just snow. We can get lake effect rain. We often see that this time of the year, and that's what we're seeing tonight. Holiday weekend forecast, the weather looks to remain on the cooler side for Columbus Day. Straight through the weekend, temperatures in the 50s, mostly cloudy skies. There may be an occasional sprinkle here and there, again, because we're keeping an eye on the lakes, and the weather will be cool enough to see some of those lake effect rain showers occasionally. Great fall color. This is from Charlie in Brookfield, looking at lots of color there, as well as Barneville. This is Colleen. We are looking at near peak color in higher elevations north and south of the Mohawk Valley as we head into the Columbus Day weekend. The Mohawk Valley is not considered in peak, but I think that's going to be different. I think we'll get into the peak in the lower elevations. It'll take about another week to week and a half. Things change very quickly in the month of October. We will continue to keep you up to speed on these maps, and we'll let you know where the best place to check out the fall color is. And again, for now, it's not going to be that far away. If you have to clean up the leaves, again, nice weather here over the next several days. We're looking at dry conditions. We'll be keeping an eye on the potential of some frost here over the next several nights as temperatures continue to drop into the 30s. Again, some lake effect rain showers taking place tonight as cooler air works in from the west. Temperatures drop down into the 30s overnight. So some patchy frost is possible. I think that risk is going to be mainly north. Clouds give way to some sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures climb into the upper 40s to low 50s. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies. And then Sunday, later in the day, we should see a few showers. It's a bit closer to dark as more lake effect sprinkles show up. Cloudy, breezy tonight, down to 36. Again, a couple of passing showers possible. Mostly cloudy skies tomorrow and breezy, a high of 51. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. We remain in the 50s as we head into Sunday and Monday. The weather warms up. We'll see a lot more sunshine as the lake machine shuts down. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s Wednesday. Our next chance of rain Thursday and Friday. We'll be right back.
Powell, thank you for joining us on this Friday night. We're going to get to all of those stories in just a moment, but first, a long weekend for a lot of folks. Some even took today to make it a 4-day break. Some rain today, but Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis is going to get us set for the weekend and dry out too, right, Bill?
We are going to dry out. It's going to be a little bit of a process here. We're going to be tracking some showers here heading into tonight. The fall color has not disappointed this year. This is a picture of Remsen from Stephanie Ann. Got a lot of beautiful colors thanks to viewers like you submitting them on Facebook, on our website. We really do appreciate those pictures. Continue to send them in. We'll continue to showcase as many as we can throughout the newscast here over the next week or two. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Lake effect rain showers are moving through the area late this evening, and it's going to keep us from getting a frost tonight with the extra cloud cover. Current temperature is 45 degrees. Some cool weather in sight. We'll be in the 50s throughout the weekend. The weather does warm up after the weekend into early next week. Tonight, some scattered showers, low temperatures in the upper 30s to low 40s. We do have some pretty nice weather. It'll be on the cool side this weekend. We're going to take a look at that weekend forecast coming out. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, the entire
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look outside. Our CAVB tower cam is overlooking the city of Utica. We've been tracking some lake effect rain showers that have developed in the wake of a cold front. We continue to see some light showers across the Mohawk Valley. These will gradually drop to the south as we head into this evening, late this evening into tonight. And for the most part, we start out the holiday weekend dry. And we're expecting temperatures to climb into the 50s Saturday, Sunday, as well as Monday. Saturday being the coolest of the 3 days, but in general, the weather looks to cooperate. Getting a lot of great fall pictures and foliage. This picture from Charlie in Brookfield, another one from Colleen in Barneveld. Conditions look to be near peak in the higher elevations here as we head into the weekend. The Mohawk Valley looks to get into peak color in about the next week to week and a half. Continuing to track some light lake effect rain showers moving across the area this evening. As we get into tonight, the lake effect clouds are going to linger around. I can't rule out a sprinkle during the day tomorrow, but it's going to be generally dry. Temperatures climb to near 50 for the high. Tomorrow night, the weather remains dry. We'll see some patchy frost as we head into Sunday morning. Sunday, the first half of the day looks dry. More lake effect showers could sneak in. I think by Sunday night is when we'll see some of those rain showers return. Cloudy and breezy tonight, down to 36. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, breezy, highs in the low 50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Columbus Day looks dry, 56 for the high. The weather warms up, plenty of sunshine Tuesday and Wednesday, temperatures in the 60s. Chances for rain as we look ahead to Thursday and Friday. Jason.
Bill, have a good weekend, and you have a good weekend as well.